for me.
I know she want no line from you. Me, I won't feel worry, only one and two. When I see you flying out of Timbuktu, chucking all the money from the tree I grew. I know she tear these eyes from you. Caught me in the middle of the ball I threw. If you want me bowing to the glass I drew, I could melt the colors if you stain on you. Time up around me, crystal calibrates around me. Nice so naughty. County cooking old school county. Time up around me, crystal calibrates around me. Nice so naughty. County cooking old school county.
Physically fit. Catch her in the ride, wanna taste of it. Boom on by, wanna feel my grit. People in the Bronx wanna take a trip. Rocket on a compact disc. In a pocket full of Cohen. Yeah, want my kiss. Pick up, what's your bliss?
Anytime I do a shawty, feeling like a won the lottery. I've been getting money, I do not be free. I've been getting, all eyes on me. Came in with the gorillas and the swingers with the. I ain't selfish, I will let you in your off the corner like I'm bold with dick. I'm slow with it, maybe just go with it. Oh, I'm for sure with it. And if you want it, we can go get it. Okay, hold on. Let me slide one last time. Lights go flash. And we up in this glass, but this love don't last. Passion is fading. I'ma give you my last.
Physically fit. Catch her in the ride, wanna taste of it. Boom on by, wanna feel my grit. People in the Bronx wanna take a trip. Rocket on a compact disc. In a pocket full of Cohen. Yeah, want my kiss. Pick up, what's your bliss?
I don't know, nowhere to go. Bouncing off the walls, got a disco soul. Pounce them goals, pressure on the toes. When they get to swinging, I'm prime your twist up your toes. Fly up the jet, make your neck unfroze. Don't take the toll, turn up the beat, make them lose control. I don't know, nowhere to go. Bouncing off the walls, got a disco soul. Pounce them goals, pressure on the toes. When they get to swinging, I'm prime your twist up your toes. Fly up the jet, make your neck unfroze. Don't take the toll, turn up the beat, make them lose control.
Choose your top play of the week. 4 great options. Season 6 has been rather exceptional, hasn't it? Huh. Tune in next week as we choose your top play of Season 6. See you then, 2K TV fans.
It is time for Team 2K TV My NBA Eras Playoff Edition. We'd like to start this segment by letting you know there was only one member of the team that did not make the playoffs, and that is LD2K. What do you have to say for yourself?
So Team 2K TV decided to do a My League in the Kobe era, the early 2000s. I unfortunately had a Kobe season-ending injury, so with a 4-24 record, we are sitting good, the #1 chance to get that #1 draft pick in 2004. So I have my popcorn ready to go. I'm excited to hear about what you all are doing in the postseason. Take it away, fellas.
All right, so for our first matchup, it was Blake and I once again in the first round, and I had a game plan for him. My plan was to get Tim Duncan in foul trouble, make LeBron James a shooter, and for myself to get to the free throw line. Now, in the first quarter, we were going back and forth, throwing jabs at each other, but unfortunately, Blake was hitting threes with rookie LeBron James. I mean, when was that ever happening? So I had to change my game plan just a little bit. But because I had to start guarding LeBron James, he was too strong for Latrell Sprewell, and Blake was dominating inside the paint. Now, I did get Tim Duncan in foul trouble, and he was out the game, but LeBron was just too much. So the game was close in the first half, but then the second half, Blake just took over. Right, Blake?
Yeah, the game plan worked. You threw me off guard. I was definitely trying to post up Tim Duncan more, but you were beating me off the dribble a lot. Duncan was coming over with help defense and picking up a lot of fouls. I think what helped me is the fact that on the other side, Garnett got in foul trouble. So both of our star players were pretty much, you know, we had to be cautious with them, and we had to go other places. Rodney went to Allen Houston, who had a pretty good game. I feel like Bibby didn't have the game he should have had. I was worried about him because point guard is kind of my weak spot on the roster. What I did actually is move Deshaun Stevenson to point guard just for the defensive presence. So I think that helped against Bibby ultimately.
All right, that's our matchup.
Brian, I heard your first round versus the Spurs was epic. Tell me about it.
The first round for me was against the San Antonio Spurs, and I'm calling this the greatest NBA playoff game in league history. Quadruple overtime, Tracy McGrady goes off for 50 points, and I really needed every single one of them. I didn't expect the 7th-seeded Spurs to give me such a tough matchup, but they did, and ultimately we prevailed.
Danny, was your first round as epic as Brian's?
Nothing beats 4 overtimes. And in fact, I might have had a little bit too much confidence rolling in because I cut through all the teams I played like shredded wheat during the regular season to get the top seed against the Jazz. And I blew through them fairly easily. I found myself down early.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. On the court for the Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Jackson in at the 3, the small forward. And with all the player movement this offseason, we're seeing some teams that are still building chemistry, Brent.
Yeah, you're right, B.A. You can't simulate this stuff in training camp, even though you're scrimmaging a ton and going through the playbook. You have to be out here. You have to be on an NBA floor. You have to watch the way guys adjust to things that are happening on the fly. And that'll settle these teams in once they get familiar with one another.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Fox, the pass to Hart. The basket's good off the assist from Fox. Hart's got 7 points in the game. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Moran against Fox. Adams inside, and he gets that one.
They can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Sacramento has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. In 2013, Steven Adams was selected 12th overall by OKC, the first rounder born in New Zealand.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, Adams is blazing a new trail. An example for kids in his home island of New Zealand. You too can become an NBA player.
And the dunk by Jackson.
We've watched Moran get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
Memphis foul. Jackson.
And a new group getting ready for the Kings. Conley's checked in for Domantas Sabonis. Taylor comes in for Crowder. Mitchell's checked in for Hart. And Payne is subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. The Grizzlies also with a sub. Tillman's checked in. Now here's Payne. Pass to Conley. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Payne against Morant. Jackson, the pass to Jackson. Here's Payne. Morant with it. Clock at 6. And the Grizzlies get another bucket right there.
Great to see Ja operate without the ball. Just a versatile point.
Outside Herter. Back to Payne.
Memphis foul. Xavier Tillman.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Clark is checked in for Jackson. Trent comes in for Bane. And it's Jones in for Ja Morant.
Gary Trent.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Herter. And the three-pointer goes. And it's a tie ball game.
Shot preparation is fantastic as Herter's able to get his feet set that time.
Here's Jackson. Second chance effort. And he sinks the layup. Jackson's got his third basket on the night right there.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Herter. Now here's Payne. Over Jones. The shot by Payne, no good.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that shot. Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Sacramento has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. To the middle. And the basket by Taylor.
And Payne just playing eyes-up basketball, seeing that opportunity.
The Grizzlies have gone an impressive 8 of 9. Trent outside. Pass to Jackson. Outside Jones. And here's Jackson. Herter defending. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Oh, he really fought for that one. Battling through contact to complete the play.
The Kings trailing. From the inbound. Clark grabs the board. Jackson right side. 4 seconds left. And he lays it in. Jackson's got 13.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be right back with you shortly.
You all know what time it is. Here comes.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Memphis.
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well.
And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And seems hard to believe, but it's been almost 40 years since the Kings moved to Sacramento.
And, you know, maybe they haven't hung any banners, but they've had some special players and some great seasons in that time. And they mean a lot to that community.
For your Kings Youth Dance Team, everyone.
Hi, guys. Well, Smooth in their last game against the Nuggets delivered quite a performance. He ended up with 21 points and also played lockdown defense. His fingerprints were all over this game. It ended up being such a solid night for him, putting in a lot of energy and making things happen for his team. Guys?
Yeah, spot on, Allie. He was aggressive in that game. Really took initiative.
He really made an impact, and he'll be looking to repeat that kind of performance again tonight.
Every teammate in talking with them before the game says how much faith they have in him. They'll keep getting it to him.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job and help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Well, the Kings shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Outside Hart. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Hart's got 11 points.
Well, Fox with the eyes and ears up that time. Good vision to facilitate.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Pass to Joe. And here's Hart. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. 5 on the clock. 13 feet out. That one rolls around and rims out. The Grizzlies have gotten off to a perfect 4-for-4 start in the second. Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Among the best passers in the league, Morant finds open teammates.
For Sacramento, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Timeout called, Sacramento. You know, Grant, sometimes with certain flagrant fouls, you'll hear people say it was a dirty play, but not a dirty player. But when does it become both?
Well, we all understand, B.A., dirty plays aren't good for the game, but sometimes a flagrant foul will happen. A lot of times, though, you have to factor in a pattern of behavior. I really believe players who have a history of being called for a lot.
So it's the Memphis Grizzlies up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. More 2K action in just a moment. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And Memphis shooting the ball 70% in this game. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Taylor Jenkins.
Jackson.
Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Jackson in at the 3 spot. And you can tell how much these fans here in Memphis love their Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, B.A., ever since they moved here in 2001, these fans have been so loyal. And the players are also enjoy playing here. Memphis is a fun-loving city with great barbecue and a lot of character.
Shooters tend to be hungry, but this time Herter finds an open teammate.
Fox against Morant. Steps back and fires. And another basket for Memphis.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day. They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Fox finds Herder. Outside Hart.
Memphis foul. Jackson. Third personal foul. First team foul.
Herder against Bain. Herder up top, looking to get back on track. Good work there as it goes. Herder's got 5 points.
Herder making it look easy that time on the pick and roll as the off guard.
Herder against Bain. Pass to Jackson. Jackson against Crowder. That one drops for him. Jackson's got his second bucket of the night.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Fox, the pass to Sabonis. Hard against Jackson. Now Herder. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point range. And it's Fox missing.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. in Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
Adams against Sabonis. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
That's on Steven Adams.
Sabonis, such a fantastic prospect, a guy you think is going to play 10 or 12 years in this league, and a good job there getting contact and getting to the line.
And some changes here for the Kings. Well, Memphis shooting 67% for the game. Just outstanding. And the Jacksons, just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Grant.
So true, B.A. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berries, including our own colleague Brent. The Thompsons with Clay in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire.
Fox runs point with Herder by his side. Josh Hart is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Sabonis in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Well, Grant, the NBA has led the way when it comes to diversity and representation in high-level jobs. Grant, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, B.A., I love this. I mean, the NBA really, truly has been a leader when it comes to this. Whether it's coaches, front office, in the league office in New York, living and embodying the spirit of diversity and inclusion is what the NBA is all about. It's fun to be a part of.
The NBA where everyone is welcome. Fox finds Herder. Hard with it. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Josh Hart listed at 6'5", but he plays much bigger than that.
He does. I mean, just so strong on defense in the post, B.A. Often will guard up a position, and his rebounding numbers show he plays well above his listed height.
That one misses.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
Outside Bain, over Herder. Bain, no good. The Kings shooting 40% so far in this one. Pass to Fox. Outside Hart. This one for 3. Can't get it to drop. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. Jackson down low. Herder defending. Jackson gets the bucket.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
On offense, here are the Kings. Outside Herder. Back to Fox. Crowder against Morant. Crowder, the pass to Hart. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Fox. Here's Sabonis. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got 4 rebounds now. Down low. Here's Jackson. He gets it in there. Jackson's got 6 in the quarter.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Pass to Hart. And as the NBA becomes an increasingly global game, Grant, there's a component of international relations that has to come into it. What are your thoughts about this?
Well, it can be tricky. I mean, it's a challenge. You have to respect people's cultures and way of doing business. But yes, the game, I believe, also can play a role in bringing cultures and different countries together over the love of the game of basketball.
And it's a completely new group for the Kings. Sacramento has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Trying to get back on track. Got a hand on it. To the wing, right side. Puts it up from 17, and he drops that one in. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Again, the miss by the Kings.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
You know, for team owners, it often seems best not to take too active a role in basketball decisions. But, Grant, you're a team owner. How do you feel about this?
Well, it's a tough situation, B.A. Many of these owners have made tremendous amounts of money building their fortunes, of course, being very hands-on with their business. But basketball is a different kind of business. Success is not always linear. And sometimes, as an owner, you're not an expert when it comes to this particular business. So it's interesting, kind of being engaged, but not being too hands-on and letting your people do their job to the best that they can.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Jones is checked in. And that one misses. The Kings shooting just 33% so far in this game.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Grizzlies.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Smooth.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Plenty of space. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Gotta hold firm or you're gonna get a call.
We gotta see that one again. That block was all-out effort.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back.
And so it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So alongside Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, Brent Barry,